First presenters are立命館Junior and Senior High School and Kaohsiung Municipal, Kaohsiung Senior High School, Kaohsiung Municipal, Kaohsiung Industrial High School from Taiwan. Let's welcome them with a big hand. Marking one select ingredients of happiness. 1 point page, Samuel courage the large. Happiness comes from searching of tiny detail of lives. But it seems that all of us have happiness in our entire lives. Good afternoon, distinguished judges and fellow students. In our presentation, we would like to talk about discovery of happiness. Have you ever wondered if current high school students are happy with their lives? To find out these questions, we had surveyed Irene and Ian.
Thank you, James. 100 high school students from many different countries, including Japan, Canada, Indonesia, and UK, fill out the online questionnaire. From the results, we can see that more than 80% of respondents are happy with their lives, but about 10% of them are not.
When asked further, which is more important, material or mental conditions? More than 70% of students, more than 70% students agree that mental state is more important to achieving happiness instead of economic emotion. Economic conditions. Recently, the explosion in Kaohsiung broke many people's hearts and took smiles away from many people's faces. Before we move on, we have a skit for you. Why are you so sad?
It's not your business.
Come on, you will be happy in the end anyway. Just forget about it.
Forget about it? I just lost all my family members in the explosion. Are you telling me to forget about my family?
Sorry, I didn't mean it, but I think it's better to accept the reality and live happily.
Happy? How can I be happy after I lost everything? My home, people who I love. The explosion takes everything from me, and you ask me to be happy. Then, let me ask you, are you happy?
I'm sorry for you, but yes, I'm happy.
Why are you happy? You are not the one who loses everything. And now you are pretending that you are concerned about me. But you know what? You just want to tell people that you are trying to be nice.
Calm down. Let me explain and show you why I'm happy and what is the meaning of true happiness.
Every time disaster happens, and they take us to happiness. Recently, two disasters happened in Japan and Taiwan.
On March 11, 2011, Great East earthquake happened in Japan. The magnitude was 9, and it was the 4th largest earthquake happened in the world. Worst of all, not only earthquake, but also tsunami and nuclear accident caused great damage to the whole area.
Yes, it's a really chaos. People are suffering from everywhere. Food shortages and destruction of their houses have disturbed their lives terribly.
Well, did they receive any helps?
Yes, luckily, the rescue teams and supplies from more than 190 countries arrived in Japan to support the victims.
After viewing the Great East earthquake in Japan, now another tragedy occurs in Kaohsiung.
What? Kaohsiung? What a peaceful place! How could that be?
It was the gas explosion.
What a terrible explosion! I can imagine what hard time those victims have been undergoing.
Indeed, but thanks to the charity organizations, not only the victims have enough daily necessities, but they could have mental support.
What a great comfort they are offering.
Yes, I agree that you say that even though the victims lose their valuables or beloved ones, our rescue team have rescued them at once. And we hope that they will wear their smiles on their faces again.
We all hope that terrible things can get away from us and disasters like earthquake, typhoon, and tsunami would only be a nightmare in the past. No screaming, no sorrow, no suffering, only happiness in this beautiful world. But actually, we don't have the ability to control the world anytime. When facing the world, as long as we can support ourselves, it would be easier to make current situation better.
We discover the true meaning of happiness from those victims. By sharing emotion with them, we realize the sadness and the trauma that they experience in their hearts. In this way, we know true feeling and what they will really think about the disaster. When we saw those victims were happy, we found that true happiness did not come from external environment. It comes from our hearts.
As a high school student, I have to take quizzes almost every day, and gradually I put much emphasis on my academic performance. Once I got bad grades, and I became so disappointed with myself. I kept complaining with my friends. Fortunately, one of my friends came, and we talked a lot and shared emotions with each other. Finally, I realized that I'm the one who can make myself happy, rather than external surrounding or materials.
Indeed, things change everywhere. So the reason why we can never discover the true happiness in their life. So we have to change the point of view.
The suffering that occur in our lives can't bring us down, and we don't have to let them influence us.
We can change our thoughts when we are down in them, facing the conditions with a positive attitude.
In our project, all we want to do is to emphasize that happiness exists in our lives. Our life is not lack of happiness, it's lack of discovery. Thank you.
So please remember,
Stop complaining!
happiness.
Happiness!
Okay, first, well done. Thank you. Yeah, again, that was a good presentation for content, and also your slides were good and your props were good, but some of you were a little bit nervous, and I think it affected your delivery, which is a shame because some of you were really, really smooth with your delivery. So I hope maybe next time you get maybe a feeling of, I want to try again and do it really smooth. All right, but today, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.